Pisces, this is going to be a long formatted video for YouTube. This is going to be covering your 12th house of endings, healings, closure, spirituality, solitude, karma, old age, afterlife, what's hidden, limited beliefs, and the subconscious. Maybe I'll flip a card for each of them just to get an overall message. And if there's something there, we can try to connect and weave a narrative. Holler at your boy for a one-on-one reading. All my info is in the website link below. Let's have fun with this. My readings are $2 a minute over text, chat, IM, messenger, email, phone call, video, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Pisces. So this series is probably going to go through all the signs and all the signs' houses. I'm going to be using the default generic astrological map, which references all the ruling astrological signs over each house. For instance, Pisces rules the 12th house, powered by the planet Neptune. So if you're into astrology or tarot, you know it's interwoven intimately. Obviously, each of our natal charts are going to be different, and they're going to speak to different astrological signs influencing the houses or sectors of our life. Feel free to pull up an astrological map of, again, just the generic base setting default that goes for everyone. Obviously, there's going to be some crossover influences, and then there's going to be more specifically tailored influences depending on your own birth chart versus obviously the generic map. But still, the generic map could be kind of applied universally, as the 12th house is always the 12th house. The first house is always the first house. You know, these core cornerstones of each of 1 through 12 bring whatever influence they have in your life, and then from there is how you kind of tailor make it to what astrological sign is in the house and what planet. But in general, these tarot cards are going to be speaking to you, because if you're watching this and this is for you in some way, shape, or form, feel free to apply accordingly. Leave a comment, like, share, follow, subscribe. It really helps the channel. Again, we're going to go Pisces, 12th house, 11, 10, 9, 8, all the way to 1 with separate videos, and then we're going to do it for each of the signs, okay? So we're going to try to make this fun, run and gun style, and let's jump into it. Hopefully I don't get any interruptions. If I do, I might have to piecemeal together this video. Okay, so let's see. So for endings, 12th house, Pisces. Again, this is being recorded around July 16th, 2021. Well, on July 16th, 2021. 2:56 p.m. West Coast time, Pacific time, I should say. But it's also timeless. Again, when you're gravitated toward this reading, feel free to apply it accordingly. So what's coming out for endings, Pisces? I also have a Pisces 12th node, the North node in astrology, which tells you the energy that you're supposed to kind of move towards in this lifetime, versus the South node is what you're trying to get away from. So for instance, my North node is Pisces, go with the flow, and I'm trying to get away from the South node, Virgo, or kind of incorporate the Virgo kind of detail, analysis, paralysis less into my life, into this lifetime, if you believe in that sort of thing. All right, sorry, without further ado, endings. Let's see what wants to come out for the tagline of endings, Pisces. Obviously, this is going to be kind of more of a general, but feel free to reach out for a personal and apply these messages accordingly. So I have 6 of Swords in the upright. Sixes are about harmony. Swords are about thought, logic, reason, communication. You could be harmonizing your thinking and using it for you in a way to move forward or leverage something with an output or a production, meaning you're not just spinning your wheels, you're actually utilizing it. 6 of Swords is a forward-moving energy from choppy waters to peaceful waters. So something could very well be ending and you're leaving one thing and moving to the next. Again, I know that sounds rather obvious. It could have to do with Aquarius, okay? Aquarius is ruler over the 11th house, which is groups, friends, social awareness. So you might be closing out relationships with certain friends because you're relocating or moving on, ending certain relations with certain technological companies because technology is in the 11th sector. But overall, it's moving from choppiness to peacefulness. Okay, so that's what I got for endings. Let's go back to the 12th house, the healing, okay, which also Pisces rules over. Let's see what wants to come out for healing. Star card in the reverse. This is rolling up your sleeves healing as opposed to wishing upon a star. This is really kind of doing the emotional work, really learning different methods and philosophies and practices and teachings of how to not identify with feelings, how to process feelings in a more Western psychological healthy way. And then there are even more modern practices that tell you that you actually have to like practice and train your neurocircuitry for new habits. There's a lot of debate there, but the key doorway into that is meditation and spirituality. Look up Dr. Joe Dispenza. Also look up Muji on YouTube, both on YouTube. Interesting cats and interesting, I think, spiritual leaders. So that's for healing. I could say that moving away is going to help heal. It's going to help, you on your journey of removing you possibly from a certain environment. Ace of Cups in the upright for closure. This is an emotional cup of solace. This is brand new beginnings and starts. Could be a water sign as well. The star in the reverse again is Aquarius energy. So you got double Aquarius energy coming out here, powered by the planet of Uranus, shock and awe. This is in Taurus, so this influences the sector of money, work, income, daily routines, values, material possessions, priorities, habits, your job and work ethic. So you could be relocating a job, so as to do some healing or closing work. Ace of Cups is a new offer coming. Peace dove, again, peace and tranquility is where you're moving. Cup of emotional solace, fulfillment, happiness, emotions. Aces are about new beginnings. That's what the cups are about. All good things emotionally, but also bad things, which is why the healing needs to take place. Let's see, for spirituality is another tag word here. I'm just going to pull cards for each of the tag words. Okay, you have heartbreak in regards to your spirituality. So chances are when you increase your spiritual awareness and your detachment, you're no longer identifying with this heartbreak. You see the swords going into the heart. Swords are thought, logic, reason, thinking, worrying, questioning, doubtful self. Those are low vibrational frequencies that are getting in the way of the heart. The heart is a high vibe, naturally peaceful, loving, caring, solid, secure place. But it's when we start to identify through personhood with our thinking, again, Buddhist teachings, look up Muji, this is what he speaks to, that we start to kind of hold on to heartbreak and make it personally identified to ourselves, to the elusive concept of who we think we are, which, Zen Buddhist teachers and all that, they would be like, you don't exist, bitch, like, get over it. So I think there's a lot of empowerment there. Sorry for cussing, not meaning to offend anyone out there, but it's kind of, the vibe over it. And again, I think this will help your emotional healing. This will help you bring yourself to more peaceful states. And hopefully a more peaceful life. As far as solitude, okay, you might have been going through a spout of solitude, I know, with the quarantine and the lockdown, but again, this was kind of a time and a space for your spiritual awakening, possibly. Solitude, Tower in the reverse, this is disaster averted, okay, zigged and zagged when you should have. Karma, you got Queen of Swords, so this is like off with your head mentality. So if you're using that energy, that's going to come back towards you. For old age, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is going into the Church of Self, again, dealing with that and formulating that more spiritual bond and connectedness, your afterlife. This is working on your afterlife. Maybe your concept, maybe your notions of what it is. What's hidden, we have Two of Wands in the reverse. What's hidden is in the future, actually, because the Two of Wands is lack of planning and strategizing, limiting beliefs. So the more you kind of plan and strategize and work on your future vision, you're going to unveil what is possible for you, which right now is possibly in the dark because you're not giving attention to it. Two of Swords in the reverse for limiting beliefs, coming out of a crossroads decision here. So this is like, again, making up your heart. Once you have clarity in your heart by removing those kind of low vibrational thoughts that are stabbing it, essentially. And it could be tied to what's hidden, because if your emotions and thinking, those relations are related to the past. Okay, it's not necessarily related to the future because it hasn't happened yet, so you don't know it. So all you could do is piecework, compositions of concepts which aren't real, which isn't reality. But you know that already. Two of Swords in the reverse, this is coming out of limiting beliefs and what you think is possible for you. So, and then finally for the subconscious, you got the King of Cups in the upright. So this is actually a very mature, emotionally healthy, balanced, and stable individual stable individual. If you don't feel like you're that, this is definitely something to work towards, again, with all this emotional healing, a recognizing of who you really are, which is the conscious awareness that is observing the personality and the concept of self, which you are not, which is a very limiting awareness of self, a limited awareness of self, I should say. You're much vaster and much greater. You are actually everything and anything that there is, because the absolute exists in everything and through everything and is everything. That's why it's the absolute. Not to get too, psychedelic on you, but facts. Anyway, rambling here, Pisces. Hopefully that was beneficial to someone out there. But yeah, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know if it's worth continuing doing this series. I'm so glad I didn't get any interruptions. I'm actually on call with the psychic tarot website that I work through. So very cool to not get any disruptions and have some fun doing this on the side. Love you lots, Pisces. Reach out for one-on-one reading. It gets more tailored. It gets more direct and connected. If you have any specific troubles or questions that I could help you with, I would love to work with you. Again, $2 a minute over chat, IM, text, messenger, phone, video, email, whatever you feel most comfortable with. My heart goes out to you. Peace, love, and light, Pisces. Wishing you the best. Holla at your boy. Peace.